if you buying that ticket, you fucking.
I got everything I need at my house. I don't need a hall pass.
Every time I get to a corner and I see somebody doing a famous Baltimore gangster lean.
We outside.
You looks like it's the first right now.
Hey, what's going on, gents?
How's everybody doing?
All right.
How's your day been going, Pastor?
Day been going okay.
That's good. That's good. Anything happen?
Just went to work for real, and then got off. Normal day. Nothing different. Not spectacular.
I'm definitely gonna come up there and steal a lollipop and look in your face like Marlo.
Damn.
It's funny they still got that building over there. The same that little corner store that they shot the scene at is still up.
Yeah, I
mean, it's not open for business, but the building's still over there.
I gotta get up there, take a picture, and then leave. How's what's going on, man?
Yes, sir. What's going on, good folks? Ain't nothing, just another day in God's green earth on top of this grass.
Grass.
Hey, wait, somebody text Toya and let her know we live because she had to put the comments on or something.
All right, I'll text her. Yeah, we on top of this grass. Shit, I don't want to be below the grass.
I hear that. How's to and fro?
Well, we out there doing what we do. Things is going how it's supposed to be going. How about yourself? How your day going? So I hope you got my flyer.
Oh, I didn't see the flyer yet, but I don't know where it should be. But heck,
it's on the page.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I will check. I haven't. When I get on Facebook, or social media, it's just to find something to post and just put it up in the group. But I was in Facebook jail, yo.
Why?
Because I guess you ain't supposed to put like a website and ads.
Huh?
I put that junk all over the place, boop, boop, boop. And then they flagged me, and then I tried to post in groups, and it was like, nope, you can't post in groups till today at 10 o'clock this morning.
What website?
I mean, I posted the Party Animals website, but it just, I don't know why they wouldn't let me post nothing else. Shit was crazy.
I post my website.
I don't know, man. I ain't never really been in Facebook jail like that. But you know what? I'm happy to be free. There's a lot of new posts that I want to post about.
Yeah, you only had 24 hours. You only did a 24-hour bid.
That's a long time for me, dog.
Man, shit, I done did 7 days. I think I might have did 30 before.
Yo, have you ever had a client that was doing something that you didn't like really? I'm not gonna say appreciate, but like, let's say they wanted to do something and you wasn't with it. Would you not take their money for it, or would you still just do it?
I ain't having no situation like that. I mean, what before you do the gig?
So I had a situation where this person was, I feel like they was trying to do a stripper party.
Oh,
and they wanted to rent my chairs.
Yeah, what was going on?
I got thinking about it. I was like, I don't want no booty cheeks all on my chairs and stuff like that. So I turned it down. But my inside wanted to be like, you know what? I'm taking all this money. But
I mean, you can clean the chairs though.
It just seemed like a little weird situation. But yeah, you can. But I just, I took the moral high ground.
Any strippers out there want to get on a party bus, you just come holler at me. I'll put you right on that thing.
So if they wanted to shoot a film on there.
Shoot a film like what? The OnlyFans?
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no problem. Shout out to Tierra who comes through and cleans up the clubhouse. I can show her with the buses and she can clean that too.
Randy's already in the comments. Okay. All right. So before Randy gets here, and we got a little bit of time, I wanted to play 2 songs, and we can only play like a minute. And I want to go back to this, see if you think it's going to be a hit or not. All
When
right,
the cat's away, the mice will play.
basically, all shutting down her whole page.
You're gonna be in jail.
This is the first song.
Major drug trafficking organization now. One
You
that's
commissary with your
threatening
face with
Penthouse, West Baltimore. Now, these arrests in partnership with state and federal authorities. WJZ investigator Mike Helgen live on Edmondson Avenue for us tonight, which police say was really home base for the group they call the Wig Squad. Mike.
Right where I stand in the 2500 block of Edmondson Avenue here in West Baltimore. Police say more arrests.
I've been in the trenches, I've been getting busy, getting to them bitches, running up them digits. We don't fuck with snitches, we just keep it simple, gotta know the difference. I've been in the trenches, I've been getting busy, getting to them benches, running up them digits. We don't fuck with snitches, we just keep it simple. God know the difference, God know we with it. Never take it off me, pride die with it. I be by myself, don't fuck with live niggas. Niggas do more hating than a side nigga. Please don't rest about in vain, my niggas. Fly with the 30, let it pop. I ain't stopping till I see somebody gone. When they come to them lows, you just get them gone. Screaming, fuck everybody who did me wrong. Asking where I been, bitch, in another zone. I just turned me a cooler into a zone. I ain't going out, leave me the fuck alone. What he talking about, I don't know what.
That's all we can play of that.
So I've heard this song before, and even though everybody wants to say you can't put a stigma on, you can't do this, can't do that, but Neiman has some hot songs. But I mean, it's like basically, okay, you might have a guy in like Russia listening to, you know what I'm saying, the song because they saw it on Apple Music, whatever the case may be. But as far as your own Baltimore City, if your name ain't that Scola, that YGG Tech, that Moose, it's gonna take a little minute, but it's a hit. It's a hit. He got some hits. I think what he needs to do is put that money up and get that big feature. CIAA. Okay, so CIAA. Finesse 2 times came to Baltimore.
Okay.
And the same day he was here, he shot a video with Moose and created a song with Moose. It's another girl. Her name is Rican something. I don't even know. I never heard this girl till today. AJ was playing it. Her name is, hold on for a minute. Her name is Rican the Menace. She got a song out with Moneybagg Yo. And we always know Money Jake. You gotta put your money out there. The phone ringing. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
It's going in and out.
The phone ringing. Yeah, the phone was ringing. But you got to put your money out there, you know what I'm saying, to get the big feature. And from what I understand, payola is still real. So I had to pay 92Q.
Pastor, what you thought about the song so far?
I thought the song was cool. It got like a local feel to it. It don't seem like a mainstream jump.
Okay. All right. So I got one more. This one's a little different.
I wanna. Let me tell you about this one nigga. This nigga blew my mind. He was too in love with me, wanted the pussy all the time. Told me that he loved me, but I knew that nigga was lying. Think he got a bitch at home, had to play it by the sign. Let me tell you what I want, what I really, really want. He said, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Money, diamonds, name tatted on your nose. By the time I snap my finger, you better get rid of them hoes. If you wanna be my nigga, you gotta have some good dick. I really wanna be your bitch, but do you got some good head? If you
I need a payment just to hear it. Told him come slut me out when he got my pussy purse. He asked me.
All right, folks.
Typical. What's happening out here is typical. But because it was an older song that she remade, who is she?
I don't know her name, like Pinky Promise. It just popped up on my YouTube.
Where's she from?
I don't know. I thought. I mean, I felt like it was a good try. Only thing is my problem. Well, I'm not gonna say my problem. As a rapper, especially your shining moment, you should probably not have any clear people in your video.
Yeah, I think it's because of the tune. If you wanna be my lover, I think she should have also stayed with that too. If you wanna be my love, so all that you be my nigga. Like it'll be good for TikTok though, but she just gotta clean it up. And she gotta get a better video. That video was whack.
Yeah. I felt like it was like, I mean, I don't know where she's from, but I felt like they had like an iPhone and she just came out the studio and was like, fuck it, let's shoot this junk.
Yeah, it ain't looking good.
What you thought, Pastor?
Pass.
I see you bobbing your head.
I was listening to it. I'm not really the bobbing the head thing. I just like filling it out. I wasn't feeling the sex.
I feel you. Yo, I seen this one video. It was on Facebook. And the girl was like, my pussy pink and my booty hole brown. I said, what the fuck is going on with this world and music?
Yeah, stupid stuff.
But anyways, I thought those two, well, I just threw Neiman Marcus in there because he was local. But besides that, it was a good gimmick, a good try. But, you know, she needs some coaching. Besides that, what is going on in the world?
Huh?
What's been going on in the world?
So they said they got a they got an alien. What is it? Something hovering above us somewhere in the atmosphere.
Oh shit!
They say shit getting real out here, boy. Let me go.
The aliens are taking over. Speaking of a topic that I don't think we got to last time was the dude with the 7 kids.
Yeah, we didn't talk about him. I think I don't know if I put it in it, but yeah. I mean, this is how I feel. How I feel is he told them. He told them he did not want no kids, and he told them that he was not strapping up. He also told them that he was going to give money for an abortion. If you chose to go out there and have that baby, why are you blaming that man?
I feel like those are facts. Like, if the dude already, before you even have it, say he don't want it, he don't have nothing to do with it, I don't feel like he should be ganged up on, and I feel like he should not be financially responsible
at all, because he told him. But see, what happens is they probably thought that they could change that man. I'm gonna be the one to change him. He gonna be one to have this family. No, he don't want you.
Evident. There's no changing.
Right.
Pastor, what's your thought on that?
I want to say I agree with y'all. I feel like why let him go unprotected? If he's saying that he's not interested in having kids, at the same time, to say you don't want kids and then he goes unprotected, that's kind of contradictory.
People go unprotected all the time.
They do.
All right, so I got another quickie. All right, so if you and your lady are out somewhere and a bunch of girls are jumping your lady, does that give you the right to start knocking girls out?
No.
You said no?
I'm not going to knock them out. You know how I'm doing. I'm pushing them.
Hutch famous for pushing some girls.
Yeah, we're gonna have a push. We're gonna have a push match. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, he looked crazy. You knocking these girls out like. I mean, at the end of the day, he could have pushed them until it was time for them to try to get out of there. But he was just knocking their ass out.
So you feel that's a no-go? So when you get home, you know you're going to hear about that, right?
Right. You're going to hear about it, but goddamn, how you going to be knocking them girls out like that?
Hey, your lady is your treasure. That's yours.
And you can protect her without knocking them out. Cover her up.
One miss push, and especially they got it on camera. So Hutch, you go to push one of these girls and you slip and fall. It's over. Career over.
If you knock them out, your career over.
So your wife gonna be okay with you not knocking them out?
I ain't gonna knock them out. I ain't doing that.
Okay, that's interesting.
I think 6 is knocking them out.
I don't think I'm knocking them out either. I don't know what I'm doing. That's a rough situation, yo.
Yeah.
It's a real rough situation. And
my thing is this. I'm somewhere where security should be. Why I think that long for the security to get there?
I mean, Pastor letting people eat lollipops and look in his face. So you never know. Hold up. My thought was security is only a deterrence.
They're a deterrence, but they're there to do the job, especially if you're in an arena.
Yeah. And there ain't no deterrence. They better help me out.
I mean, at the same time, people gotta watch what they saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and Hutch was at the studio at Maryland Avenue one time. You know, he got into a little disagreement with the dude. Remember that,
Hutch? No comment. Let's stop this now. Let's stop it. Let's get time out. Is a flag on the play.
Very much so.
Like that energy somewhere else.
So the deterrence is I'm in the mall. I say, yo, I'm gonna rob a store today. But I see a security guard walk past. Never mind. They got security.
All right. Real quick. I have to do something for 1 second. I need somebody stay on the screen. I will get in trouble. Right back. Y'all continue talking. I don't want to get in trouble.
What?
No smoke. You know, when the boss not here, we do some wrong shit. Hutch, I know you ain't chewing nothing.
No, I'm just clearing my throat.
Yo, we all gonna be in trouble next week.
Just clearing my throat.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right.
I mean, I feel what you're saying, yo. Like, you know, security should be there, and then if they don't respond right away, it's like, you know, hey, watch where y'all going, this, that, and the third. But knocking them out, that's a stretch, yo. Ain't
nobody supposed to be knocking. He shouldn't have been knocking them girls out like that. And my thing is, how where was all these other dudes? Like, nobody was helping the man. Like, nah, go ahead, man, go ahead. Like, I mean, I don't know how it would have went down. Because I guess if they would have like, go ahead, he might have been like, they might have beat his girl up, jumped her.
Mm.
But I don't need that type of girl that's in stuff, and I don't need that.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, in a regular situation, you at the mall, wherever else, with your lady or whatever. I just don't. I mean, it's kind of rare that, you know, a group of girls will bump into your woman on purpose.
I mean, you know, being at the show, you never know who in the city gonna be at the same place at the same time. So
facts.
You know, but knocking them out, I don't know.
Hutch has a strong push game.
Oh yeah. We're gonna push them out of there. We gotta push them. They gotta go.
Anyways, anything else been going on interesting on Facebook or in the world lately?
Well, Pastor wanted to talk about Sierra. They had
My
a
wife
big,
had brought it up to me about her
they had
outfit
a
that
big
she had on.
situation this morning on them other people's station. They had a big situation and people talking about, oh my goodness, look who appeared. About damn time.
Sorry, my son's doctor needed to talk to me.
No worries. So, people, they had I mean, I don't know. I really didn't look at the outfit because I don't care. I guess
That
because
it
I
was
don't care.
secret?
I don't care I don't care for that, I don't know.
She a little too skinny for you, is what you trying to say?
I just wasn't paying attention to her outfit for the fact that people people just talk all the time, man.
Yeah.
Yo, people wear that type of stuff everywhere all the time. When you go on vacation, everybody got that type of stuff on. It's nothing new. And
I didn't even see it until my wife pointed it out to me, and then it was like when I seen it come up on social media or Facebook, it was split screen. One screen had Russell Wilson and Sierra like praying or whatever. Then the next screen had him and then her in that dress.
But what's so crazy is, you know what? They're gonna make it seem like, oh, this simp had his wife out there. That's how they're gonna make it seem like it's always gonna be something against this guy, man. He ain't got no win.
I mean, it's generally like that when you fight the good fight, yo. When you label the good guy, they want to put all types of you a simp, you this and that. But at the end of the day, he's a winner. He still got the girl. He getting this money. And he probably got an entanglement somewhere. But speaking about what did y'all think about the Marlon Wayans joke? Was it funnier than the Chris Rock?
It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny.
You didn't feel like it was funny?
Maybe because I wasn't paying attention to it. It wasn't funny.
I felt like it was, well, his last one, I thought it was the worst thing ever. I'm talking about that last one. I had to leave. I had to turn that joke off. But this one, it was funny.
The man spent the whole special talking about Sierra, about Will Smith, Chris Rock, and Jada Pinkett.
Yeah.
And why God loves him because of the things that they have put him through.
I mean, it was.
Jada Pinkett didn't want to date him.
Yeah.
Chris Rock took his girl as a child. He heckled him as a child. Will Smith, what did Will Smith do? Like,
he was too good.
Huh?
He was too perfect.
Right. He couldn't I think be in Men in Black. Like, I don't understand how was that got to do with anything with it. Like, it's like he just was holding this shit in for his whole entire life.
Kathy, did you see it, or Sharp Lady?
No, I didn't see any of the Oscars or any of the other shows or the Graham. That's what you talk.
Man, we're not talking about Oscars.
Well, maybe I got it wrong, but I didn't see any of the awards of it at all.
Man, we're not talking about awards.
What are you talking about? His Chris Rock live show?
I'm talking about Marlon Wayans special.
Oh, I thought you said Chris Rock. I'm sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. No, I didn't see any of the Marlon Wayans special either.
You was too busy studying?
No. It just wasn't my thing.
Sharp Lady, I would like to give you an interview.
No, thank you.
Why not? It's for the show.
Yeah, sure. I'm not falling for your setup.
We need to find out more about
who is Sharp Lady.
Who is this lady? Because every week is somebody new.
I'm not the center of attention today. We have another guest.
You're not a guest.
I don't want to be interviewed.
I mean, it could be like the Meghan Markle joint. I'll set up a nice little place outside, and we could just talk.
You know everything you need to know.
Move on, section. Won't be picked on, champ.
We want to know more.
Who says I'm picking on her? Oh, Lord. Just questions. Are you on your who? Okay, somebody has some feedback. But are you on your iPhone today?
Yes. Why?
Is the flip is the lock is it locked for the flip?
Yeah, I can't. For some reason, I can't hear you. That's why I switched devices. So I might have to switch again.
What is that?
My son telling the dog to sit down because
That dog is the baddest
she's
shit,
not
but she don't
listening.
listen.
She don't listen at all. She need to definitely go to obedience school.
Dang, he been saying that shit for about 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. She's I don't know. She the older she get, the less she listens.
I ain't gonna make no woman jokes.
We might have to send her
how do your
to.
dog? How your dog does the accent?
Wait a minute.
They're not that well. I ain't gonna lie. But there's like some echoing. Hold on, let me. Hello.
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 Okay, I don't hear the echoing anymore. All right, people. Okay. Well, anybody, Pastor, what's some topics that you want to talk about?
What you talking about? Ravens fans still waiting to see what's gonna happen with Lamar Jackson.
He look like he's just chilling wearing them stupid ass Red Bull.
I saw that.
Nothing wrong with that.
You got some? Oh, 6 months got some.
No, I tried to get them, but they were sold out.
When you get
They
them,
were sold out.
I gotta see him. When you get him, I gotta see him on you.
I'm probably not gonna get them after the hype over. You know, ain't no point.
The hype ain't over. It's still
It is.
hyping. About to be summertime. They about to be out there.
I seen some girls in them. I seen one dude, but that's about it. But besides that, Hutch, what's the new clothing out?
I don't know. I only wear to and fro hoodies and
to and fro hoodies and Balenciagas.
To and fro polos. I got the whole get up on.
Okay, that's good.
I just don't got any pants like you, but yeah.
That's funny. I mean,
American Eagle jeans and to and fro tops.
Okay, that's good. That's very American of you.
Yeah.
And Balenciaga bottoms.
Some days, mostly Crocs though.
That's right. That Croc gang is strong. So,
right.
Have you ever heard of a rapper named La Russell?
Maybe
you ever heard of La Russell?
Maybe I shouldn't be wearing this. I mean, what is it? Maybe I shouldn't be on this phone because this phone will keep going off.
Well, I suggest y'all go listen to him. He's dope, a little different, but he's dope.
Who's that?
His name La Russell.
Oh yeah, I listen to him from LA.
Yeah. And he always talk about these Crocs and stuff like that. I think his stage show is dope, like super dope.
Mm-hmm.
But people out in LA and stuff like that, they don't got to be scared to be themselves and be goofy. So he always laughing and giggling, but he can really rap.
Oh, yeah, he can rap for real.
Yeah.
But
well,
I don't know. You can't be certain people at certain places. You can't be that type of guy in Chicago. Well, Kanye from Chicago.
That was it's because he made good beats.
But this was before the drill.
Yeah.
Oh, look who's back.
And live and direct. What'd you tell your son to help you?
No, I was having some technical problems. I don't know why. For some reason, I couldn't hear on either phone, so I had to switch to a laptop.
Okay, that's what's up. It's a good look on the laptop.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it much.
Yeah. Speaking of, I guess I gotta. Yo, on Facebook, right? There'll be like these little short clips of shorts, right? And there's one dude. I guess he was like, he was from the East Coast somewhere, but he said he went to Atlanta, right? And he said he was walking with his wife, and this dude screamed out, "Hey, what do you say? Little mama with the beard." And he said he got mad because he's like, "I'm a grown ass man."
Mm.
How would you react to somebody calling you little mama?
Ain't no mama. First of all, ain't no mama should be. Don't come to me with no mama. But that thing must have been sitting up tight. That thing must have been sitting up there where it's talking about little mama.
Yo, have you ever been hit on by a man?
Nah, but I think last weekend. Was it last weekend? Yeah, last weekend when I took that group, last Friday when I took that group to DC. When they was coming, it was a group of girls, but when they was coming out, I think they had some some gay guys with them. So I'm like, I'm just trying to take their picture, I'm trying to take my picture for my shit. So the guy like, you look funny. Are you funny? So I just went with him like, yeah, I'm funny. Okay. Either way, he was looking at me and shit. I'm like, okay, hold on. But I ain't taking it as no type of way, but I was just like, God damn, what's going on here, my boy?
Is it I'm not gonna call it an accomplishment, but is it like I don't know what to call it, but like, would it be a feel-good moment to be hit on by somebody of the same sex?
No, I find it personally insulting. I don't like it. Yeah, I know about women before, and I don't like it. It's very uncomfortable.
What did they say?
Like, hey, girl with the glasses.
I was thinking something else. But
what you was thinking about? So we can know what you was thinking about.
We can't hear her.
I know.
They so rude and disrespectful. Both of them.
Did they say, "Hey, little mama with the glasses," or did they say, "Hey, little mama with them things"?
No, she actually flicked my breasts.
Oh, word.
Yes.
Like flick or like flick?
She did like this.
Oh, she gave a little wipe me down.
Yeah, and I was so kind of blown back. I didn't even know what to say. Like, it really caught me off guard. And then once I kind of came back around, I was like, really? Like, you really going to do that? And then now she did it once. She did it twice.
Oh, so, she was aggressive.
Yeah, very, very aggressive.
So did she know you?
No. And then after she did it to me, she did it to, like, a couple of weeks later. It was my understanding she did it to another female in the same restaurant, and it wound up being a fight that broke out over it.
That's interesting. So hold up. All right, folks. Today
is it Randy?
Can y'all hear me?
Oh man,
can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Hey, Coach Randy.
So what that woman did to you, Kathy Lowe?
She gave that wipe me down.
Yeah, she just
she couldn't resist, huh?
She had that wax on, wax off.
Them things was thinking, huh?
I'm telling you, I was so blown. I just didn't even know what to say or do. It just really caught me off guard.
You said them titties are tittying right now.
Well, no, I just like I said, I was just so blown. But like I said, I find it very insulting. I don't like it, and I'm not impressed at all.
Have you ever been put in a weird position with a man?
And what define what is a weird position?
Like, has a dude ever just walked up to you and did something like that?
Yeah, I done had the butt swipe, and I done had the finger stuck in the middle of the butt crack. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whoa, that's
In
mad
middle
random.
school?
He was just poking.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, I had that.
Okay.
What
did
you
you
bent
do?
over or something? What the fuck? What you mean?
No, I wasn't bent over.
Who
Did
just
you
sticks
slap
their finger in my butt?
That's Donald
Somebody
Trump.
who didn't mind didn't value their life.
Kathy going gangster. She putting people in the Baltimore lean.
Yep.
Mm.
And I mean,
Alright.
some guys are rude like that. Some of them just don't care, and they feel like. And then it's always when you turn around and you clap back at them, it's always like, "Oh, well, go ahead. You wasn't all that anyway." Well, then why you stick your finger in my butt then? Keep it moving, sir.
I thought that's what you would have said to the girl. I thought that's what
Huh?
the girl would have said.
No, the girl, the second time when she did it, I actually threw my drink on her.
Oh, okay. Oh man,
Yeah, you was.
belligerent folks.
So I used to have one of my good girlfriends, and rest in peace. She used to always like to go to Applebee's in the plaza for lunch. This is when I was working for the transit administration. And so we would always go over there for lunch. And for some reason, this particular female, that was her hangout spot. I guess that was her pick up female spot that she had. So she was always there at
So
lunchtime.
Kathy be outside. We're gonna talk offline about the interview. So
I just need to know before we get with the Randy. I just need to know.
Oh, geez, here it comes. He had to think about it.
I know
I
it's
just
gonna be
need to-
funny.
I just need to know, how does somebody walk up and put their finger in your butt?
What was the technique? Was it like the 1,000?
I'm telling you, I don't know what finger, but you just standing there and they really literally just poke you.
No.
I ain't never poked nobody.
No.
Hutch, I'm telling you, I'm telling you that it's some indecent
No.
guys
No.
who make indecent proposals.
No. There's
Hold on.
nowhere where you can be where somebody just pokes you in your ass. No.
Hey, I'm telling you, it happens.
Hold up. We have an expert on the show today, Randy, the life coach. If somebody poke you in your butt randomly, is that a good sign or a bad sign?
That's a bad sign.
They're not good relationship.
I ain't taking that as a compliment.
No. And neither did I. I didn't take it as a compliment either.
So I work in an establishment. I'm actually in the office now.
Okay.
I work in an establishment with a large demographic of not me looking like people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I first started out, I was a field tech. I was out in the field installing, and they used to play those games a lot. I got screwdrivers and stuff like that. Yeah, legit. And so week one, the conversation was, y'all can have fun playing like that. Y'all don't play with me like that. And it was like the whole Baltimore accent, as opposed to, hey, this is an interview and I'm trying to understand. No, y'all don't play with me like that. They had it very clear. I don't play those.
Did you hit them with the 2s and the U's?
They got all of it. Absolutely. And I'll tell you this. Let me tell you this story. When I was in college, there was this dude in a class of mine, and he was a very like flamboyant type of person. He had a very, very open personality. I'll say it like that. Very charismatic individual, and he was like 6'5". You know what I mean? Like a large dude, right? Pause. And when we was in class together, he ended up sitting in a chair behind me. So toward the end of class, he reaches up and pulls my chair closer to his desk. Like I'm sliding back. Now, I went to Towson again. The demographic of us ain't that much there. But all of us that was in the class was like everybody looking like, what are you gonna do?
They're all right.
So I slide up. I'm like, can we not do that? Class ends. So I'm like, can I talk to you? And I say, I don't know what you into. I mean, I do, but I'm not. So can we not? I don't want to put you on blast. I ain't going to go off on you, nothing like that. If that's how you approach dudes, that's on you. But I ain't the one to approach. And he was like, okay, I apologize. He kind of took it, I ain't want to finish that sentence. But pretty much, he accepted my statement. And we actually ended up kind of having a peaceful relationship afterwards. I ain't really a big fighting type of dude, man. I ain't never been that dude. If he'd have continued to be aggressive, it may have had to go that way. But that was kind of like the only incident where it was like a very, very aggressive approach of a dude coming after me. You know what I mean? I got locks, so like somebody has called me a girl before they actually saw my face. Because clearly I had a mustache since I was in 3rd grade. So you look at me from the face, I'm a dude. But they don't know when I got locks and I keep them up. So
that guy probably was like, I think once you brought him to the side, he probably respected you more.
Yeah.
If you would have probably jumped out there in front of everybody, he probably keep on messing with you.
Yeah, it's a spectacle. You know what I mean? And again, we in college too. At some point, you get grown. You know what I mean? You grown enough to be like, look, man, we not about that life. I paid to be here. At this point, we paid to be here. You know what I mean? It's not like we in public school. So I paid to get this education, man. I ain't here to have no fights.
I'm still just trying to figure out, though. I mean, you had your situation, and on your job, you checked them on the first day.
Yeah,
and
man.
the guy in college. I'm still just trying to figure out how does somebody.
Well, and I actually did, Hutch. I did check this guy, and I did it somewhat in the same way as Coach Randy. I didn't make a big scene. I basically pulled him aside and let him know that it was very disrespectful, and that I don't know what type of women that he was used to dealing, but that's not how you approach me.
Was it a dude?
I thought it was a girl.
Well, the girl I did, I was less mature. So, like I say, I responded where I threw my drink on her. But when the guy did it, I was older, so I handled the situation a little. And that's probably why she came back at me and did it for the second time, because I was, not mature about the situation. And had I checked her as in saying, okay, let me just pull her aside, she may have not tried it again.
Stop, lady. You stresses me out. I don't know what story.
You asked about the female flicking.
No, I asked about the butt thing, and you talked about it as a man. I don't know.
And I told you, I said I handled the butt. I said I handled the butt situation the same as
every week. You stress me out.
Maybe you're dyslexic or something.
Kathy, you got stories for
days. Real quick. Since y'all wasn't on the show earlier, I got the question for y'all. Sharp lady, if you out and about with your boyfriend and a bunch of girls jumped on you, is it okay for your man to start knocking girls out?
No.
Why not?
Because I think that at the end of the day, he's a man, so he's going to win the fight. And I don't feel like he should belittle himself in hitting a female. So no, I would not expect him to jump into the fight.
What should he do?
What should he do? If anything, I would rather for him to pull me away from the fight and like try to secure me away from them, but not him attack them or start hitting them. Now he can pull them like this and pull them off and like stand them aside, but not actually physically, where I've seen some men get into a fight and, actually throw punches.
All right, Big Randy, what's your saying? What would you do if that was your wife?
Yeah, Big E Honda energy. If y'all ever play Street Fighter, y'all know E Honda, he come like this. That's what they getting. They getting the push. Big push energy. Push. Okay. If you fall after I push you, that's on you.
See? So you gotta push him off.
But no, I'm gonna keep my lady safe. I'm her king. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'm her shield. I don't need to be a sword.
There you go.
Okay.
Told you.
Okay.
Push them off.
Yeah. So that's where we going with that. You getting that.
All right, so Randy, word on the street is you opened a new strip club this week.
Okay.
Okay.
That's ruining your life.
Business is business, man. But
black businesses.
So tell us about your new business.
Before we do that.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
This is Randy. He was the one who they say Toya knocked him out the box, but I believe he had some issues. Number one supporter here when we was the Shop DMV, and now that we are the Shop Podcast, he's been riding us from Essex to Maryland Avenue to on the online. So if everybody who's out there who's looking, who is this Randy person who we always call and ask about? This is Randy, Coach Randy, and from our knowledge, like Six said, I don't know. They say he opened a strip club, but maybe he's gonna prove us wrong. So tell us about yourself, Randy. Where you come from? What's your background? What's happening new in your life? What's been going on since COVID-19 and 20 and all these good things?
All right, man. Well, I'm born and raised in Baltimore, product of the Baltimore City public school system, doing well. Just for anyone who thinks that that's not possible. So I went to Poly, finished up at Poly at 16, went to Towson.
Okay.
Graduated from Towson at 20. Yeah, 20. I was 20. Because I got my degree on the end of January. So graduated from Towson there. I actually started working in retail while I was at Towson. I worked at Nordstrom for a couple of years. So I developed my customer service skills. And then from there, actually a very close friend, who's still a close friend, connected me with Volunteers of America Chesapeake.
Okay, 5,04601 William Street.
My brother Tony Hinton actually was the guy that connected me there, and so that's still my guy. Shout out to Tony.
Okay.
But what about this sharp lady? You
didn't get me the job.
I did the interview.
You did. That's true. You hired me. You
didn't give him the job.
You
didn't give him the job.
I didn't give him the job.
No, thank you, Bob. You know what? While I'm on that topic, and it's going to turn the laughs and the frown. Talking about Jim?
Yeah, I was trying to tell Hutch about it, but he was,
man. You can say rest in peace to Jim Sense, man.
Oh, he died.
Yeah. I sent you the link. I said, open up the link.
Unfortunately, it was not due to natural causes, man. It was actually a bad story, for sure. It was a home invasion, dog.
Damn.
And they tried to cover up his murder with setting the house on fire.
Absolutely, man. Was still in the house when the police got there. Down in
Damn. Oh my.
I want to say the third or the fourth, something like that. So his funeral was just this weekend, and I didn't. Matter of fact, a PO actually sent me a Facebook message. A former PO. Who was it? Tony Duncan.
Yeah, Brother Hinton sent the link out to us.
Yeah. So a PO actually, connected with me and said, "Hey, I don't know if you heard, but gave me the news." So prayers, condolences to the family as well. And that's a horrible situation, man.
Damn, old Jim.
Yeah. But I was there for about 7 years, and then as a birthday present to myself, I quit.
Okay.
And I actually started driving for Uber and Lyft. While I was working there, I got injured. Not on site, but I got injured, and so while I was recuperating, that's when I actually got a certification, a life coach. I was sitting there watching the Olympics, taking these classes. Because I was back in 2016 when I got injured. I came back, worked for a little bit, realized that I was done here, and decided to move on joyfully. So I drove for Uber and Lyft for about a year in 2017. And while I was doing that, I was kind of building the coaching business. I actually was able to get to connect with 2 couples, and I worked with them. Then due to outside circumstances, I wasn't able to drive, so I took a break in order to find a job. And because being an entrepreneur ain't easy, man, and you got to be all in. So respect to y'all, man, because when you start your own, you have to be all in and ready to do it every day. And at that time, I wasn't. So I was like, I need to find a job. I need to make a connection. I got to do something. I applied for, I was doing some DoorDash, Uber, Lyft. And once my car got totaled, I actually applied to work for Ecolab doing pest control. I was driving around the general manager for Ecolab. I'm sorry, the regional manager for Ecolab. And Uber, he was like, man, if you ever need a job, let me know. So I said, I need a job. And matter of fact, so I got in with did the interview, actually did get hired. I was driving to do the urinalysis at Concentra. And I got the phone call from DFPE, which is where I work at now. I ended up stopping there and doing an interview on the way to Concentra. Got the job on the spot. So I worked here for a while, but over the last probably 3 years or so, especially due to the pandemic, I'm going to talk about that in a second, but I kind of started feeling the nudge to kind of get back out there, start doing it again. It turned into a gut punch. So it's like I'm feeling God say, look, this is your time now, man. You've waited long enough. You've pushed it back long enough. You need to move. There is no if, and so I said, okay, Lord, that's fine. So worked on my recertifications and everything, started working on my aesthetic, working on my programs. And I've always been writing kind of like relationship programs and courses. And you're going to see those come up soon over time as I launch. And besides courses, retreats, and things like that, all that stuff's coming. But I just felt that now was the time. My biggest concern was always my own confidence, not my ability, but just my confidence that I can actually do this full time. And so, although I'm still working now, I'm in the office. Hey, I'm in the office now, but the goal is eventually to, make this my only source of income so that I can live my passion every day. That's what's inspiring about it. So I'm really excited about it. I'm officially accepting clients today. And my business is, because I should say that, it's called Not Ruining Your Life. It's a life coaching business, specifically a relationship coaching business. Thank you, Christina. It's a relationship coaching business. So my goal is working with millennial couples, illuminating your partner's perspective, increasing your own self-awareness, and helping you evolve into the best type of person that you can be. These are things that I have had recent victories over. Not mastered, of course, because we're always growing and evolving. And so the goal is to be aware of yourself, to be aware of your changes, to be aware of how you're moving, how you're growing, and how that's affecting your partner. So that you can always be in constant communication, always checking in, always growing together instead of growing apart. So that's my heart, that's my passion. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Amen. So I like your story because some people tend to act like there's nothing else out here to do.
Right?
You decided to do Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, blah, 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 blah. Those things landed you to another job. When people say ain't no jobs out here, there's things to do out here. There's things to get money out here. But I want to know, what you're coaching. Is this do you coach? Do they have to be couples, or can they be dating? Can they be friends, or what's your expertise?
So my niche is going to be couples, married, seriously dating, considering marriage, premarital. I have a premarital counseling book coming out as well. It's going to be an ebook. So it's going to be people that are serious about staying together.
Okay.
Right? That doesn't mean I'm going to advise people. Say it again, love.
Not situational
Yeah,
ship.
I don't have the expertise on side piece skills. You know what I mean? I don't got that thing. I don't got that damn. I don't got.
It's some serious side pieces,
Yeah.
though, Randy. Don't sleep on them.
Entanglement Elementary. That's not my house. You know what I mean? That's not here. So no, I don't have no mastery in that one. But I can definitely advise of how to get yourself away from those type of situations.
So
if
what
you want a
advice would you
stable
give
mind-
out, Randy?
For what?
Coach, what advice would you give out to someone who wants to get away from a situational ship and move more into a serious committed relationship?
Well, the thing one of the reasons why I chose to deal with millennial couples, and that does not exclude like Gen Z age couples, but I want to deal with the demographic that I have the most connection with, so that I can connect with them on a deeper way. They can understand how I speak. I understand how they speak a lot more than certain other generations respectfully. But what would I give? What kind of advice would I give to someone who's trying to get out? Firstly, we have to reassure them, or someone has to reassure themselves that they do want to lead. The thing about a coach is a coach is here to guide you on the goal that you have. It's not my job to create a goal for someone. So the first thing is establishing the foundation. I don't want to be in this anymore. Once you have the foundation, then we can do those actionable steps that actually get you to that. So now we're going to deal with esteem. Now we're going to deal with the purpose. Now we're going to deal with your goals. Now we're going to deal with your relationship. How are you even communicating with this person? What is your moral background? What is your moral foundation? Is this if you're someone who has established within themselves that I have a relationship with God, I believe in God, then is this how walking that life with God looks like? You know, a lot of times we make decisions based on our emotions. We make decisions based on our feelings at the time. But when we're in more of a sober mind, we can really kind of we can really have a real conversation with ourselves and talk to ourselves and realize, actually, I just made that, on a whim. That's not really how I feel. A less emotionally driven mind can sometimes make the wiser choice. I'm not talking about charisma. I'm not talking about motivation or focus. I'm talking about making urgent decisions with a sober mind. And so the more we sober our minds, the more we can make the best decisions that we can make with all the information, all the input. Now, if that's something that you want to do, that's great. Our sessions are complete. You accomplished your goal, right? Because if you're coming to me to get out, or coming to me for help with getting out, then we're gonna make that plan. If your goal is you want to be a city girl, you want to be a city boy, that's what you want to do, that's cool. My services are really the ones for you.
Okay, so what inspired you to start this business?
My own life and my mess.
Okay.
Well, that's partially it. I've always had a passion. I'll tell people passion is my passion, right? So I love to see what excites people. I love to see what angers people, and I like to see what drives people. Those things are close to my heart. And so motivation, intention, effort, all these things are core aspects of my coaching style. Because what you love is going to be what you fight for. What you love is going to be what you run toward. So seeing how people make connections and fall in love and work through their issues and build with each other, build on top of that foundation of love, that's inspiring to me. And it just makes me want to keep moving, right? And so I love doing that. I always was big with making connections. Even when we all used to work together, I used to love making connections with the clients that we have. That's why I used to love teaching classes and teaching groups. And those things aren't going to stop. I'm going to be doing seminars and workshops and speaking engagements as well. And also, I've had my own experiences. I've been married for over 10 years, thank God. And there were times where we didn't want to be married no more. And so I had to develop my own self-awareness I've always been proud of it. I've always felt like I was very self-aware, but I wasn't really good at using it in areas that it matters. And so you got to realize what parts of you affect the person that you have chosen to connect yourself to. When you single, you make your choices, you do what you do, and that's fine. But when you're in a relationship, a committed relationship, especially a marriage, your spouse is not an accessory to your singleness. Your spouse is your partner.
Mm-hmm.
When you make moves, you should always be thinking about how those moves affect your partner. Excuse me. And you should always be thinking about how what you do is going to empower and inspire your partner, and not necessarily push them down, push them away.
Well, Wims, so what makes your business or coaching different from therapy?
Right. So coaching. So number one, not prescribing meds. You know, I know that's not necessarily they can be considered therapy, but I'm not prescribing meds. This is not clinical. And if at any time during a coaching session or during our coaching coaching course, if I feel like what you need is therapy, that's something I'm going to recommend. If you want to do life coaching aside from therapy, that's fine. On top of therapy, that's fine. But therapy is its own thing. Therapy digs into and deals with the issues in your past that make you who you are. And I think that is a special space that I would rather that type of professional fill. What I am interested in is learning what your goals are and helping push you to those goals. So I kind of look at it like, even though there are different levels in athletics, but your coach is there to help put you in position to execute on your own, right? But your trainer is showing you, and that's what I look at therapy. Like, your trainer is digging into the individual aspects of your body. You know, when you have your trainer, they know about your injuries from the past. They know about how your body operates in certain ways. The coach, that they don't necessarily, they can know that, they can be aware of that, but the coach thrives when he can put you in position and guide you into a place where you can execute and accomplish your goal. Your trainer is digging into that individual thing, digging into the depths of your heart, the depths of your trauma, the depths of your history, and helping to help you overcome any of those issues or strengthen the weaknesses that you may have.
So, real quick, if somebody wanted to get in contact with you,
yes,
how would they go about getting in contact with you? How would they go about booking appointments and stuff like that?
Okay, so I do have a website. You can go to my website, sneedbrands.co/NRYL. But you can also reach out to me on social media. I have a Facebook page, Not Ruining Your Life. I have an Instagram page, Not Ruining Your Life. And then my personals, my Real Coach Randy on Instagram, and then my whole name, Randy Sneed Jr. on Facebook. All of them have links to that website where you can go, and you can scroll down to the bottom of the page. You'll see how you can book your discovery session to see if we're a good fit.
Okay, so I had another question.
Absolutely.
I was looking over your website.
Let's go.
And I ain't gonna say that you have the best hours in the world. But I heard a rumor that you don't work on Wednesdays because you like to watch the show.
Oh man, listen. I've been here since day one-ish. I've been here since around day one, since the first week death, right? I've been here, I'm gonna be here. Yeah, that spot is closed off. Ordinarily, I'm in the office, even during the show, I'm right here. I'm in the office usually during the show, and then on my way home. By the time y'all pray out with Pastor, I'm usually about 10 minutes away from the house.
Okay.
So,
I like that. I like that.
For the most part. Go ahead, bro.
Basically, Randy said my office hours are.
my office hours are what they are. As my clientele will grow, my office hours will change. For sure.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And we appreciate your commitment and your passion to what you're doing. And from someone who's known you for a while, I've always thought that you had that passion about helping people, being there for people. You know, it's always been that special type of that's your neck. That's Randy.
Yeah.
Y'all two should talk to each other.
We do talk to each other.
No, I'm talking about, so since you're with the relationship side of things and not the loco mind, and she's talking about the loco mind, there might be a good conversation. I like to be a fly on the wall for
Let's
that.
don't talk about butt poking.
Well, as Randy said, as a licensed professional therapist, therapy does get into the trauma side of things and looking at what happened in the past and bringing it forward. So there are times when I do have clients that I say, hey, we've reached our moment of separation. So now I'm going to put you somewhere else where you can still get that support, but you don't need therapy anymore. And it's okay to turn your clients, over from one avenue to another avenue. And the same thing, whereas it's clients that come to therapy that don't necessarily need therapy. So, you have to have that balance. And people often struggle and say, well, what's the difference between therapy and life coach? And you have to break that down to them, because the one thing you can do as any professional providing guidance is to have a person thinking they need a service that they really don't need. It really breaks the relationship, and they will no longer trust you at any point. And anything you say to them is just going to be like, are you talking to me? So you really have to be very clear and set those boundaries. Are you there to service the person, or are you just there to take their money and give them something that they really don't need?
Have you had your first client yet?
Who, me?
No, I'm talking to Randy.
No, it's not about you.
You see how I get treated on here, Coach Randy? Can you provide us some shop?
You get treated
some
every
shop.
week,
The only one who doesn't treat me like that is the pastor. These two here, I just don't know. It's like they're just.
Yeah. So, Coach Randy, have you had your first client yet?
I haven't had my first client yet since relaunching today.
How do you?
Oh man, you launched today?
Today's launch day.
Okay.
Today.
And you are here with us on
today. I counted it on it.
Yes.
It's Blacked Out Wednesday. I like it.
Yeah, I'm here.
I love it.
Okay.
Well, can you make sure you come back and after you have your first client and let us know how it feels to actually get paid off of doing something that you've loved for a long time?
Yes, sir. I absolutely can.
Okay.
I absolutely can.
So I want to say congratulations to you, because I done seen you over there at 446, 601, and 5,000, and those are different clientels, of course, and you got to talk different type of language with those guys and girls.
They in my heart though, and I got plans. I got plans for that community too. I want to do one step at a time, but I got plans for that's the nonprofit side, but that's.
And when you get there, I would like to join you on that journey.
Yes, sir.
Because it's a lot of those people in that that group that people turn their back on because they feel like they've done wrong. But everybody can do wrong and make a U-turn. So when you get to that journey, I would like to join you. One thing that it's like the first thing you see when you go on my website is unbiased, optimistic hope. And the reason why I really appreciate the time that I spent working at 4601 and 5,000, because and the one thing I'm always proud about is I have this correctional background where I've dealt with people that have made bad choices but ended up becoming great people. Amen. And the more that we can accept that a bad choice does not necessarily make you a bad person. Exactly. Then the more we can all heal. When I first went to therapy with, actually it was pastoral counseling. I did counseling with my pastor. A couple years after I got married, actually, because we had some issues. And the one thing that really stuck out to me was he said, a bad choice can either be something that you did or something that you are. And it's up to you to determine what that's going to be. It's up for you to determine what kind of future that's going to be. So I leave that up to you. Prove it. You say you just made a mistake. Okay, prove it. Prove it with your actions.
So, life coach,
what's up, man?
You been watching BMF?
No, listen, y'all are my episodes.
Oh,
of
you
BMF.
tripping?
That Hutch was that bad, huh? No, let me tell y'all something. I've literally never watched an episode of that shit.
Dog, you tripping? I was about to ask you, what would you tell Meech?
Now that's the son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with him, dog. Is he? I don't know what the issue is. Listen, the only thing I know is Charles is down bad.
Everybody knows Charles.
That's all I know about this show.
Lost both his women in one day, and I feel Charles. I've been in a Charles situation, not like.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you.
I've been lost 2 women at one time. So I understand how Charles may be feeling, but man, Charles messed up with that whole. Why would you bring the key? He done messed up. Why would he bring the receipt to the? He over there trying to be all lovey-dovey on the skating ring, and he gonna have the receipt fall out. He messed up.
When you lose 2 at one time, that is bad.
He wasn't writing that off on his taxes or nothing. Ain't no need to have them receipts.
Man, that's a right. That's a hurtful feeling. I know Charles going through it.
Word on the streets, he's about to join BMF.
What would you say about a Charles situation? What would you say to a couple who comes to you who still love each other, but they've lost their way? What would you say to them?
Well, again, one thing, when me and my wife, we had been in therapy for about 3 years, well, about 2 years, up until a few months ago. And week 1, our therapy, well, once we found the right one, because that's another thing too, when you got therapists and you're dealing with life goals, it's okay to say, this ain't working for me, let me find somebody else that really fits with me. It took us three different therapists to find the right one. Third time was a charm, right?
Okay.
And the one thing she said is the reason why I believe that you guys are going to work out is because you guys are turned toward each other. You're not turned away from each other. Mm-hmm. So if you're coming to me as a life coach, again, life coaches about goals. What is your goal? If y'all goal is to be together, but y'all just got attitude right now, y'all just mad at each other, okay, we can work through that. If your goal is to amicably separate, you don't need more. So if you're turned away from each other, that's gonna more than likely, that's not necessarily a conversation we can have. Now, if your goal is to, it's hard for you to overcome maybe something that was going on. Then we do have to dig a little bit. And, I may refer one or both of those individuals to individual therapy, and they can come to me with their goals and their plans, and we can work out actionable steps to get to that next place. Because I believe that redemption can happen. I believe that second chances are possible. I believe that people can recover from infidelity.
What about fifth?
Say it again.
What about fifth chances?
Fifth chances? Hey, no, that depends on the threshold of the person who was the victim. You know what I mean? Like on the person that was, I'll say the offender and the offended. So that depends on the threshold of the offended. It's people who will be considered the offended that could deal with that,
right,
and still end up having happy futures.
So, as a life coach, do you have to keep our secrets, or if the law comes to you, you gotta tell it?
Nah, I'm keeping secrets. I ain't doing that.
All right. That's why I can't go to Kathy, because I don't think she keeps secrets.
Oh no! When it comes to your license, and that's your lifestyle.
Yeah, that's your life.
You don't play with that. And Coach Randy, I'm glad that you said. I'm glad that you said. I'm talking serious. I'm ignoring them, Coach Randy, right now.
But this guy, is he having secrets? What's going on?
I don't know what he's trying to hide, man.
Right.
Well, I'm just saying.
I mean, if you tell all of us individually, then we all know. So, then you don't got to worry about the secrets.
I mean, Kathy told on the girl or the guy who poked her in the butt. So,
that happened to her. She can tell that story.
I could tell that that's not a secret. But on a serious note, Coach Randy, I'm glad that you said you talked about, the behavior and the posture of the couple kind of determines really where the couple is. And it's funny because I just told someone that earlier today that, those little small behavior things says a lot. it says so much without the couple even speaking. And it's an important part of the relationship.
Absolutely.
Very important part of the relationship.
Nonverbal communication is immense. And ironically, and again, I can only say, thank God for this. So my son, my youngest, he's autistic, he's nonverbal. And so we have built up, we have learned to learn his nonverbal cues. And in doing that, it helps us to recognize our own nonverbal cues.
Y'all do sign language?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
We considered it though. Right now, he's really into Mandarin, to be honest. Like there's an old saying that your nonverbal child is the loudest person in the house, right? And I mean, he screams all day, right? But it could be happiness. It's not just crying, but that's just how he's communicating. And so we learn and we respond and we praise and we do all of that, but we're always watching. And so when you're always watching, that starts to bleed over into other aspects of your life. And so you're always paying attention. It's like growing up in the hood, you always pay attention to your peripheral, right? You're always looking, not necessarily over your shoulder, but you're looking around because you need to know what's happening in your space at all times. In the same way, when it comes to dealing with people, the more you are studying a person, the more you'll get used to studying people. And that really does help when you're dealing with issues. And you can kind of call your partner out on that. Okay, listen, you might be saying what you're saying, but your behavior is showing something else. Your demeanor is showing something else. Your countenance is different, And so with that, we can address those things and start working out, okay, how do I change? How do I make a full adjustment? How do I make a full change? Because I can give you words, but I want my actions to reflect those words.
I think
be cheap.
I think a big part of what you said earlier is when you was talking about how y'all went and seek therapy after y'all was married, because a lot of people don't seek therapy before they're married. They don't seek the pastoral counseling before they're married. And you said you saw that afterwards or whatever. I think that's one of the things I marveled at in your testimony is that you saw that afterwards or whatever. And then, the fact that you saw not just that, your wife had issues, but you had issues or whatever. And that's the biggest thing, seeing that we had issues and, going to get help or whatever. Because a lot of people be like quick to be like shut down. And it's easy to tell somebody else that they're wrong. But when you see your own stuff, and then when you just, you trust another, a pastor or clergy to go and talk to them, be like, because a lot of people like, I ain't telling somebody else about my problems and da-da-da-da-da. But I really marvel that part that y'all went to seek help even after y'all was married already.
There are times when you're dealing with someone that's a professional, a lot of times you need mediation to help you get your words across. You may not be a great debater, so you don't do well in arguments, but you have a point and your point may be valid. But instead of being able to articulate it well, you get angry and you walk away, or you just give up. You have passive time, where you're like, okay, you know what? You're right. Fight's over, but then over time, that type of personality, it's easy for that personality to feel unfulfilled over the course of many, many months or years. And then that person will begin to act out, if you want to use an educational term, child term, they start acting out in whatever ways in order to get either the attention that they're looking for or the resolution that they're looking for. And that's where a lot of problems come,
So Coach Randy, have you found that being a life coach, has it helped you to hold yourself accountable?
Very much so. And honestly, it pushed me to get therapy. So that's why I respect the hat that you wear, boss, because just because I'm doing what I'm doing does not mean there's not space in my life for someone to be my therapist or for me to refer someone to be, to a therapist. But recognizing that I'm a life coach. One of the reasons why I waited so long to restart was because I wasn't confident enough until I had at least had a lengthy period of time where I was in therapy. And so with, talking with my therapist, and her giving me kind of the reality check. You know, okay, well, these aspects of you are going to be an issue if you are a life coach. So slow your roll. You know, and from that transitioning from there to, well, I think you really got something here. It may be time to get started. You know, all that stuff is important to me. It's inspiring to me. It's motivating to me, and it helps me to know to have that foundation, kind of have that backing. I kind of having a push, not a poke, but a push. You know, and in that, you know, I was really much more confident to get out there and get started.
Amen. Well, I want to thank you again for your time. If you can give out your number and your website one more time for the good folks.
All right, website is Sneed Brands. That's SNEEDBRANDS.co /NRYL for Not Ruining Your Life. Once you go on there, you can scroll down in order to start booking sessions. You can find me on social media at Not Ruining Your Life, on Facebook, Not Ruining Your Life, on Instagram, and then the personals are my name, Randy Sneed Jr. on Facebook, and Real Coach Randy on Instagram.
Well, we thank you again, and appreciate your time. And welcome to the entrepreneur world. And I wish you all the best, for real, because a lot of people just jump out here. They say they want to do it, but that ain't their passion, for real. So I'm glad you took your time to really, you know, get your certifications and talk to your good folks, therapists, and all, get yourself together. So I wish you all the best in this thing. And anytime you want to come on and, you know, do a commercial or whatever, you know, just let us know.
I appreciate it, man.
You are the number one. You are the number one in my eyes. You are the number one.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. She on staff now, so she don't count.
Yeah, she don't count.
Toya wish she was here, man. Toya wish she was here, but I'm sure you're doing something great. So.
She's watching, and we appreciate you, Coach Randy. As I said, I've always found you to be a very unique individual. So, you know, keep it going.
Thank you, boss. I appreciate it. It's an honor.
All right, so folks, when you go to that website, make sure you go to promo code and type in the shop podcast, and Randy will give you 4 free minutes of life coaching.
Okay.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Amen.
Amen.
I know. The era of picking your brain is over.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yes, but you can book a discovery session, and we can talk and see if this is going to work.
Okay. A discovery. How much is a discovery session, if we can ask that?
Yeah, that's on the website.
Oh,
okay. So all your prices are on the website
as you book.
Oh,
yeah. You ready? Go ahead and follow that link. Brands.co/NRYL.
Hey, I can't even get a discovery.
Scroll down and you can book your discovery session. It'll connect you to Calendly, and you can actually get on my schedule.
Okay, that's what's up.
Thank you, Coach Randy. We appreciate that.
I had to go in there just to talk. Go in there just to talk that talk.
Terrell said he got $2. He said he got $2.
Okay, Terrell. I know Terrell.
That's awesome, man.
I know Terrell from a long time ago. I ain't gonna talk about it, but I know that good brother.
He from the neighborhood.
All right, good folks. So, BMF real quick or straight to Pastor?
I really want to go to BMF.
Go to BMF, man. Let me listen.
Pastor, did you watch BMF?
Y'all want me to stay on or you want me to go?
Sure,
stay on.
All right.
What was your thoughts?
BMF was cool, man. It was good. Everybody think B Mickey been alive too long, and I kind of agree.
So you agree? So that means you make you a non-loyal person.
Second,
that makes you a non-loyal person. See, Meech is looking at B Mickey as a loyal. He's a brother. He's from the beginning. He's a part of the start. So therefore, there's no bullets that will be going to that man's head. Even though that man put a gun on his own brother, his own flesh and blood, he still looks at him as not the enemy, but as a loyal brother.
I see the loyalty, but my issue was the pulling the gun on the brother.
And look what happened. He in turn said, "We are not going to kill this brother." See, Meech is there to help him because that is his brother. He feel like that's his brother, regardless of.
Yeah, he been trying to help him.
The man was putting a trick bag. The man was really putting a bag. And this happens every day. If somebody offers, hey, I ain't gonna send you up the river, but I need you to give me some things. But at the same time, just like at the phone booth, he still gave Meech the warning. He still gave him warning because he is still connected to them, regardless of that man trying to put this stuff in his head and them trying to save him. And that officer basically killed his mother.
I agree with you.
That's still his brother at the end of the day. He still shows loyalty to BMF and Meech is still showing loyalty to them.
Look here.
But he's still in the trick bag. He's still in the trick bag.
Why do you feel like he's still in the trick bag? Because
at the end of the day, it's like y'all put me in a position where I have to choose. So now it's like I don't know if the killing of his girl, the whole situation with the detective. I mean, it's like he's really as Randy said, don't go on your emotions. The wire again was in the trick bag, but guess what he did? He showed him the wire, and they both got out of there.
Right.
Yep. But the truth in the matter, the true star, like we talked about earlier, was Charles and his wife, and the pastor. When he said, "Split that check right down the middle."
I saw that.
That line. That's a classic line.
Yo, I was watching it. And I was like, "Oh shit, that shit's so cool!" I had to go in the group and put it up there, like as my thing.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, she wanted to use the pastor to make him jealous. But then when she get out, you know what I'm saying, to the dine-in or whatever like that, all that went away.
I mean, how do you know she used him to get jealous? She might have just needed spiritual talking.
Because she said, "I'll be back when I be back," or whatever she tried to make it. It had that little sassy look.
Nah, she was trying to finesse that man.
Facts.
She could have came with a different approach, but she chose to go the immature way.
Should have chose another man.
Yeah, she should have. But does anybody have any type of predictions? I heard that Charles is going to join BMF.
He ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that.
I'm confused because you know they say the first lady of BMF was supposed to be Lala's part, but the lady who's really supposed to be that character is like they're doing a trash job. That's not how she really was. But it's like
she said she was a boss already.
Right? She confusing me because she like on her interviews and everything. It's like she's running BMF.
Well, on the interview that I watched, which is a long ass Vlad TV one, she basically said that she had a plug, and she was Southwest T came to her, and then she put him onto her plug. So I guess they making changes for the show, you know. Just like we know, people are saying B Mickey might die. We know he stayed alive. Kato stayed alive.
What Young Miami on there? Young Miami was on there this week?
Oh yeah, they was talking about that. She did a horrible.
Talking about that bad.
All right, who was worse? Lala or Young Miami?
Carisha.
Yeah, she.
I think she was laughing when she was supposed to be crying. Like, what was going on, right?
They say it was a Tubi moment.
Woo!
50 just putting people who are popular in there real quick, try to get a couple hits.
It's working now.
And build the ratings.
I mean, he's a genius with these shows, though.
And it's funny how he be putting his own shows against each other. Like, he's crazy.
Yeah, because I was coming back on Friday.
Yeah, I'm glad about that. I ain't no front.
I can't wait either.
Has anybody been watching Snowfall?
Yep.
I feel like next week is the last episode, ain't it?
This week, I think.
It did not, it's not enough drama in it yet. Like, to be your last season, your last episode, we got to kill some timelines. Unless this week they come out the gate and kill 3 people right up in the first 5 minutes, I'm gonna be blown.
I think you got them shows when the person's trying to get out the drug game, and it's like a boring life now. He's trying to get out the drug game. He's trying to have his family, marry his woman, have a baby, and I guess he's just trying to live a boring life. But at the same time, he's trying to get his money. Well,
$70 million ain't nothing to play with.
Nope.
And I'm sorry. I mean, I hate to be an asshole, but I don't think his baby mama bad. I'm sorry. If I had $70 million, I'll get me a Build a Bitch.
But see, this is his day one though. This is his
no.
Day
I don't
one.
think she the day one. She came in when he was already popping.
Oh,
nah. They'd be like 6 walking around with a Kardashian in Compton. Nah.
Give me my regular schmegular girl. I don't need no builder girl.
You want your regular swaggler?
Yeah.
I hear you. But
Terrell, make sure that every Wednesday, 6 to 7:30. Don't be trying to come on just because Coach Randy on here now.
Yeah. Go ahead, Coach Randy. Do some magic to make them stay.
So this is our time when we let young thugger Andrew
Come on with the word, Pastor.
do his thing.
Come on, Pastor.
So I need that guaranteed. If you're a football fan, you know what's going on with the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Both sides have been at a stalemate for some time now over contract talks. Somebody say I need that guaranteed. Lamar Jackson would like to have some guarantees, and the Ravens want some guarantees as well. Meanwhile, many, including myself, are waiting to see what happens. Meanwhile, let's discuss a guarantee. The Bible says God will never leave you nor forsake you. That God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever shall believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Somebody say, I need that guarantee. Heaven and hell are 2 real places, and I hear people are looking for fire insurance. Somebody say, I need that guarantee. If you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that he is Lord, then you will be saved. On this show, our guest Coach Randy said he felt a nudge from God to pursue his new venture. And now he has a guarantee that after this, he will not have any regrets. So it is said that the road to heaven is paved with good intentions. Don't let that be you. Get that guaranteed. Tomorrow is not promised, and you can have salvation today. My topic, my message was, I need that guaranteed. Amen.
Amen.
Somebody said they want your Cash App, Randy.
No, I think he went past the Cash App.
Well, if nobody want to give out the Cash App, I'll give out mine.
Nah, he want to
Yeah,
put
that's
something on that word.
Dollar sign. Send me all that money you want.
Put something on that word, man. Yeah, see? There you go.
Oh, you want the Cash App.
That's right.
He has my Cash App?
Yeah, he wants your pass.
Stop being modest before they give me mine. Give it to me.
Man, I ain't even sitting by my Cash App right now, bro.
Oh, come on, man. Everybody know their Cash App.
That's about to be the only person who made money off the show.
Take that offering, Pastor.
They trying to give you a love offering, and you over here. I ain't even Bob on Cash App.
Hey, man.
Oh.
Some birds up there.
Okay.
Well, we like to because Pastor bluffing, but anyways, we'd like to thank Mr. Randy Sneed.
Randy, shout out.
Randy Watson, coming to the stage. Randy Watson.
Appreciate y'all.
And don't be a stranger. I mean, I know you here every Wednesday. I'm glad you blacked them folks out, man. But guess what? Hey, I ain't gonna tell you make that money if you got bumpers on the way, but
I'll be on rewatch crew at least.
It is what it is.
You can rewatch it. You can rewatch it.
I thank y'all. And we've been doing this since 2019. We ain't really get to talk about it last week, but we've been doing it since March 4th, 2019, and we are still here. And a lot has been changing. A lot of people have come. A lot of people have gone. But Randy remains the same. But at the end of the day, There might be some more changes coming up, but we'll get to that. We'll let y'all know what's happening. And also, y'all please check on y'all youth, man. Y'all kids out here. I got kids too, but check on y'all young kids, man, because from what I understand, another 16-year-old got shot today somewhere on Harford Road. Whatever that school is.
Reach Academy.
Yeah, so y'all check on y'all kids, man, and for real, just I know a lot of kids, we write them off because we don't know what they doing. I don't know what my child doing when he leave the door. I don't know what my child doing when she leave the door. But guess what? We can't let them just go ahead by the wayside. You can't just be like, all right, I'm whatever. I'm just gonna let them do whatever, because they might come in that house and start killing your ass. So please talk to y'all kids and see what's happening. You know what I'm saying? I had to come to the realization of, even though my child, he's 8. I mean, I got some older kids, but I've made the mistake of not being open and not, extending that talk. So with my 8-year-old, I want to just be like, even though he ain't doing all this other stuff, but I want to be able to just open that door for him to just come through and talk whatever he got to talk, whatever might be on his mind, because we got a lot of kids that's going on to, live those different lifestyles, those, that LGBT and those type of lifestyles, or gang lifestyles, or experiencing in drugs. And we don't know these things because we don't open them doors. We just close our doors. And, in our community, we tend to just brush everything off. Oh, no, my child, not my child. Oh, no, not my child. But then when your child in the news, oh, please, y'all pray for me. So please open up them doors to them children out here, because this is crazy, back to back to back to back. We just seeing a whole bunch of kids just getting murdered. It's just crazy, man. So until then, we see y'all.
To piggyback on what Hut said, a lot of us are quick to say this generation is lost, and we hear that a lot. But not all is lost. I read a post where it said a lot of the kids just got accepted in the copping, so that's a praise report. Also, in addition to that, a lot of kids just need a redirection, or just need somebody to listen to them. Just need some resources or somebody to pour into them, like we've been poured into these 5 faces you see on the screen right now. Somebody poured into us, and we got to keep doing the same thing for the youth out there.
Amen.
All right, so I guess we're going to end the show today. Everybody have a good week, and next week we'll be back here doing what we do every week. This is a disclaimer. Sometimes we just be playing on the show, so please don't sue us. Or if you're going to sue somebody, Hutch is really the leader of the show.
I'm going to be in the comments fact checking and commenting and researching.
All right.
So next,
thanks, Randy.
Thanks, Randy.
All right now.
Good night, everyone.